really what makes up for bloodshed, for the, like what makes up for that? What is the real balance to the wrong things, what the angels are asking? What is the
This is the worst of times. This is not the best of times. We don't want to say the opposite to sound clever. You know, the opposite, some people they will. This is the best of times. Is it? Yes, according to what? Materialism. This is the best of times. According to the people of this world, this is the best of times. Claiming we're living longer, we have more health, we have more money, we have more food, we have more this, we have more that. Even with that idea of materialism, we're not living in the best of times. Because whatever that we are consuming, we cannot continue at this rate. We'll finish everything. It is the best of times for our ego, because now it is unchecked. There's no longer any accountability, responsibility, fear. There's freedom. They say, do whatever you want, do whatever you like. It is still the worst of times. Now, to look at it not from the angle of the people of material, from the spirit, definitely we're living in the worst of times. And according to the Holy Prophet, ﷺ, this is Ahir Zaman. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Some people, they hate the way I say Ahir Zaman. They say, look, he doesn't even know Arabic. It's supposed to be Ahirul Zaman. Akhirul Zaman, not Ahir Zaman. Look, I hate the way he claps his hand. I want to chop off his hands. They get so upset with me. So what did I do to you? You're so upset. Oh. Yeah. So we are living in the Ahir Zaman and the second Jahiliyyah, second age of ignorance. Ignorance of yourself, ignorance of your Lord, ignorant of each other. You're only very knowledgeable about what satisfies your desires, but ignorant of your spirit. So, we're living in those times. We're not living in the times when it was pretty good. We're not living in those times where for over 1,000 years, still pretty good. A little bit here and there happening, but our faith, what is right and what is wrong, it's clear. We're living in complete confusion. And so it is hard for us now also to judge how this world has been according to time now. If we say this world 7,000 years, okay, that for say 1,500 years, or 1,300 years, let's say, for that, still pretty good. One thing that when the angels have said that, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who inspired them to say. Because the angels, they will not ask. They have no desire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there, inspiring them to speak. They say, but they also don't say that it is like shaitan saying, well, you made me say, you made me do. Because some awliya, they say, those angels who question Allah, up till today, up till Judgment Day, they're regretful that they questioned their Lord. And they're circling around. the throne asking for forgiveness every 3 hours, circling around, crying, and then going back to do their duties and circling. Awliya Allah, they're saying on 10 counts, they are wrong to say this. Let's say, for example, 1, Allah is just saying, I'm going to. How do they know? If they don't know, then they're slandering. Correct? It's wrong. Have they seen or spoke or know who Adam alayhi salam is? No. It is just an idea that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. Let's say idea. If they are right, they would not be making prostration to Adam alayhi salam, because they are also representing intelligence. They would not be prostrating to Adam alayhi salam if the assumption that mankind are creatures of evil. So I'm only mentioning a couple of things there. In fact, when they saw Adam alayhi salam, immediately they knew. They knew. When Adam alayhi salam spoke, immediately they knew. They were there witnessing when Adam alayhi salam, the spirit was blown to them. They don't have that spirit. Angels don't have the spirit coming from Allah, the holy breath. They only will judge according to the intelligence that Allah has given them. Now they understood, oh, although the form itself, it is crude, it is not made from light, it's crude, it's made from, they say no. There is something very paradoxical happening here. Opposite happening at the same time. The opposites. And that kind of opposites, you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala possessing. And when they witness the spirit being blown, then they witness Adam alayhi salam sneezing when he woke up and saying, Alhamdulillah. First word, let's say, from the mother of all books, from the Kitab, from the verse that is the heaviest, the 7 oft repeated verses, the heaviest, Surah Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. And in everything is contained in that, Alhamdulillah, everything. There's so many other secrets in that too, and they realized it. Because in reality, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blowing that spirit into Adam alayhi salam, what is also there? All of creation is also there. And the angels, they're witnessing and they know. And more than that is what? Huh? More than that they witness in Adam alayhi salam is what? The light of the Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. Then they saw and they knew. They knew. Okay? So, it is not only Allah. Allah did not use His Qahar attribute or His Jabbar attributes to make them to prostrate to Adam alayhi salam. They knew. They understood. Except for who? Shaitan. Because Shaitan is just judging from outside the physicality of the Adam alayhi salam, and is also judging from his own senses, his own eyes, and whatever limited intelligence that's given to him. He doesn't have that same kind of intelligence that the angels they have. And in reality, he's saying, I should be the one over there that all the angels are prostrating to. Not him. Me. Is it so difficult for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show His mercy. In fact, Allah wants to show His mercy. We begin by saying, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, most beneficent, whatever word you want to use there. But it is mercy and it is compassion. Mercy and compassion. Let's say it is that. We don't begin, Allah has 99 names. We don't begin His names with the most forceful and the most hard. We don't use that. Mercy. And Allah is saying, my mercy covers my anger. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, with these holy days and nights that Shaykh Efendi has taught us, is looking for every opportunity now that as however much we're running away from Allah and running to our ego and shaitan, Allah is finding every opportunity now to show His mercy and to bring us back. It is not to judge, to this ummah, it is not to judge and to say you do one thing wrong, you're judged forever, you're condemned forever, you go to hell forever. No. Allah did not also give the power of that high power of intercession to any other prophet except to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet is saying, my intercession is for those who commit what? Major sins. Allah means to forgive. And Allah is saying, if you're so good, let me paraphrase, if you're so good, you don't do anything wrong, Allah will make one what? Will make another creation who does wrong so that Allah will show His mercy to them. And Prophet ﷺ, he is what? Allah is saying He is, not that other people are saying. Allah is saying you are the mercy to the universes. Allah means to show. Allah has 99 names in the Quran Karim. 1,000 names if you combine all the holy books. Rahman, let's say, is divided into 100 parts. Only one part, Rahman, is shown to this world. 99 parts, we're not seeing this mercy. And Rahim, extreme mercy, extreme compassion. Allah is saying, I'm going to save that for Judgment Day. And Allah wants us to understand Him as Rahman and Rahim. Do you understand? How else are we going to understand Allah as Rahman and Rahim? How else are we going to understand if someone is merciful? If we don't put ourselves, if we are not ourselves in a position to ask for that mercy. Now that is according to, now there's a wide, big, let's say, what's another simpler word for spectrum? There's a big range with people who want to show the mercy. There's a big range also to people who are in need of forgiveness and intercession because they commit major sins. There's major sins according to Sharia. Killing someone is a major sin. Adultery is a major sin. Killing people, these days nobody cares. Adultery, oh, you don't commit adultery? You're weird, man. You're crazy. Shirk is a major sin. Now, according to Sharia. Now, according to Sharia, is that major sins according to Tariqat? According to Sharia, the major sins according to Tariqat is not major. But according to Tariqat, it is very major. Okay? It is major. Now, with Hakikat, according to Tariqat, we say, what is this? This is crazy. That if you forget your Lord for one instance, you create there is a major sin. But the people of Hakikat say, if I forget Allah for 1 second, I've committed shirk. Those are the people of remembrance. Those are Ahli Zikr. They remember their Lord. And there it goes, higher and higher and higher than that. So now major sin according to this range. There's a very big range. Very big range. And wherever that you are, where you put in this range, the position of Ummati Muhammad ﷺ, the position of the believers is always to ask for Allah's mercy. I was just remembering. I remember reading one poem. I think it was, if not Sultan Abdul Hamid Khan, it was Sultan Abdul Aziz. I think it was Sultan Abdul Aziz Khan, Jannat Makan. And he was writing to his Lord a poem, and he was begging for forgiveness from his Lord. And one of the lines was, and these sultans, that they would give from themselves, they would never take anything, that they will only put into the mouths of their children and themselves what they sell from their own work that they make. And he's saying to Allah, forgive me, I'm the worst sinner. Everything I've done is haram. And everything that I've consumed, it is forbidden. And I'm in need of the intercession. So, they are there for us to take lesson from, to consider. So, those qualities of Rahman and Rahim, Allah wishes to show. You understand? So the angels saying, they don't know too much. And when they saw Adam alayhi salam and they saw the light of the Prophet, immediately they knew. Shaitan still couldn't see because he's judging from the outside. Even with everything that is happening in this world, even with all the wrong things that's happening in this world, you think it is anything in the presence of the Holy Prophet ﷺ? No. It is easy for that one to sit on that throne and judge. For him. You understand? So, let me enter a little bit because you guys are not asking me proper questions. Thursday night is better, even after Jummah is. We're taking very strictly what the Quran is saying. Pray Jummah and then after that run to find your rizq, to asking mashallah. Murids carrying that very good. They come for Jummah, after Jummah they run to find the world. So now let me hold you prisoner a little bit. Astaghfirullah. The original Kaaba, which is the Baytul Ma'mur, it's not from this world. It opens up to the divine throne. It faces the divine throne. And in every instant, there are tens of thousands of angels, 70,000, 700,000. Doesn't matter what number. They come and they circle around one time and then they go. And from that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took one jewel from that, representing the Baytul Ma'mur, and placing it in this world, on this earth. At the time of Adam alayhi salam. And in that Baytul Ma'mur, there is a house from that heavenly jewel. There is the black stone. That black stone was not black. Stone. But that stone was a jewel from paradise. It was, Allah saying, it was an angel in the form. It was the same angel that was there with Adam alayhi salam and Hawa that was helping them in the Garden of Paradise, trying to stop them from that eating. This is what they're saying when Hazrat Umar saying, "Oh, black stone, if I didn't see Prophet giving respect to you, I wasn't going to give respect to you because you can do nothing." Because now it is a very big thing when you go to the Hajj. Every time you pass by the Hajar Aswad, at least to wave, if not to go to touch it. And awliya Allah saying, if you touch it, it is as if you're shaking hands with Allah. People don't know what it means. They're rushing to touch it. That's why Hazrat Junaid al-Baghdadi is saying to that murid of Imam Shibli, saying that did you touch Hajar Aswad? Says yes. Prophet is saying, when you touch that, it's as if you're shaking hands with Allah. And then Junaid al-Baghdadi went pale, and from his heart, he started making a sound. He started crying, because from the fear of shaking hands with Allah. I said, did you have that fear? He said, no, you didn't shake hands with Allah. You didn't touch Hajar Aswad. That's when Hazrat Ali is saying, this is not just a stone. This is something else. Saying this is the angel. This has also the DNA, let's say, of everybody, all the humans that is here. From paradise, not the DNA of this world. That when the flood of Nuh alayhi salam happened, when that Baytul Ma'mur has to be lifted up to the first or the fourth paradise, that's when it was lifted. Before that, it was there. It was very unusual. And it was a command for the whole world now to make the Hajj. It's not only for Muslims. All the way from Adam alayhi salam. Then the time of Nuh alayhi salam, because of the flood, it was lifted. And the Hajar Aswad, the mountain is saying, Ya Rabbi, give it to me, I will protect it. That's why that mountain in Kaaba, around there, you know the mountain? Mount Abu Qubais was keeping it. And when the time came after the flood for it to be rebuilt, it refused to give up. It says, this is mine. Angels sent to take it. So, these stories, this history of the Baytullah, how many Muslims you think know? How many people in Tariqat they know? How many of you know? How much do I know? Not much. But it is there. So we're not understanding now the reality behind it, physical reality also. Then how are we going to approach then Mecca? How are we going to approach now the Kaaba? How are we going to approach now the Rawza as a real Hajj? How? We're just going to approach as a tourist, seeing a building, stone, nice marble, nice architecture, not nice, but let's say nice. Nice umbrellas, astaghfirullah, that you cannot even have the rahmat raining down on you, because we want to shield ourselves from that nice shade we want, and from that air conditioning coming down. What kind of pilgrimage is this? Oh, vacation. I see. So now we're supposed to leave the luxury and enter into that reality, you know? What kind of reality we're entering? It's a fantasy. And how are they going to rebuild the Kaaba and Mecca and Medina in the future? You'll see this is science fiction. It's not even fantasy, this is science fiction. There's no feeling now that you're returning deep into this world, how it is, and pulling you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not. There's that saying to saying, when you are in the presence of the Kaaba, did you see that one? Who is there? Says no. Says you didn't see the Kaaba. How are we going to prepare all of that? How are we going to prepare all of that? People running away from sohbats. How are we going to prepare all of that when in sohbat you're not preparing to listen properly? With his ears at least, if not with his ears. To ask and to prepare yourself. To look in these holy days and nights and to say that I'm in the presence now. That's saying, when you say labaik, do you hear a voice replying to you? Says no. Then you didn't say labaik, or your labaik is not accepted. This is not according to illusion and delusion. Now don't tell me suddenly people are going to, yeah, I say labaik and I heard a voice saying here I am. That's why in the old days they say to come into the Shaykh's Dergah, it is like making a Hajj. You're preparing yourself and you're conducting yourself properly. Because the Dergah, it is representing your heart. And the Kaaba also is representing your heart. How are you approaching your heart? How are you leaving everything and approaching to your heart? So, a lot of things for us to think about, to remind ourselves. It says people are afraid to talk about holiness. This is holy. Once in a while, we should remind ourselves. You don't hear me giving this kind of sohbat every day. Once in a while, it is necessary. If I give it every week too, you're also going to be spoiled. You're going to say, what? Leeks. Where's the leeks? Manna and salwa again? Where's the gravy? Where are the onions? This is not for us, also I'm saying this, that we are going to reach to those stations also. It's for us to think about. Maybe we'll never. But to understand that is a station that the awliya Allah they have. That is a station that the shaykhs that they have. Now, how much more love you should have for them. How much more understanding you should have for them. How much more strength you must have to hold on to them. Because like I said, that house, Kaaba, is not empty. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq wa Fatiha.